the cars stay in line. Once again, welcome to the Friday night version of the Belleville Midget Nationals, sponsored by Miller Air. Thanks everybody for coming. Let's go to the dash. 4 cars for 4 laps, no green. Sleepy Trip on the front row. Andy Pierce, Sleepy Trip on the front row. Brad Knopfsinger, Stan Fox, row number 2. 4 cars for 4 laps in your dash tonight. Jimmy LaManna's got green in his hand, and we are out in green. Sleepy Trip to the point. Stan Fox falls right in behind him. So an early shootout on this Friday night. Sleepy Trip, Stan Fox. We figure on seeing those 2 guys come feature time. We're seeing him early here in the dash. Trip after 1. In a 4-lap race, not a lot of room for margin of error as Andy Pierce pulls up in the 91 car. We don't know if he just got off it or may have mechanical problems. Sleepy Trip still on the point. Stan Fox trying to close up. On the white flag lap, as the yellow has been indicated, no yellow flag is displayed. But Sleepy Trip's going to take the win. Ron Sleepy Trip on the dash win. Stan Fox runs 2nd. Brad Knopfsinger runs 3rd. Andy Pierce runs 4th. That's your Friday night dash. 1:16:02 the time. Not a record. But 1:16:02 is enough to get him the victory lane. He's going to be getting the hell off. Let's go trackside to Belleville. Bill. You got it, Bill.
Okay, Marty, thank you. We'll wait until Sleepy gets off his paraphernalia here. And I'll tell you what, he's looking kind of like maybe he's really serious about winning number 3. And, you know, if there's anybody that can do it, it's him. And he's got his helmet off. Let's give him a big round of applause. Sleepy Trip. We're going to play the hat game now. We'll let you get the Hoosier hat on. I'll tell you what, you're beginning to look more and more like you could really get number 3 this year.
We never got past the pit gate last year, so it was pretty hard to get number 3. Larry or Slaughter Pontiac's running good, and I think we might have a shot.
Well, now, you did the last 2 victories with Zerunian's car. Who is this that you're driving for now?
Well, this is Danny Vintage from New Zealand's car. And we've got an awful lot of guys on the car this year. We've got a Quinn from Visay's helping us at Militech and Larry Slaughter.
How many guys from New Zealand came up to pit for you this year?
Well, Tim's up and Simon. We left everybody else home. We got a big crew.
Well, I'll tell you what, I undoubtedly will be talking to you more maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night, but I know that there's a lot of people up there that like to see you.
Well, it'll be nice, but some tough going, so we'll just keep going.
There we have it. Sleepy Trip, your winner.
Once again, our trophy lady, Rebecca Jensen from Belleville, Kansas, is born at the Belleville Telescope. Her hobbies include running, riding horses, cooking, spending time with family and friends, and swimming and giving Sleepy Trip trophies. 2 years out of high school, attending college in Corpus Christi, Texas, our trophy lady this evening, Rebecca Jensen. One more time for Sleepy Trip, ladies and gentlemen. Back in victory lane at Belleville.
Well, what is it?
Ticket sales will be stopping tonight at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow morning they will go. Tomorrow afternoon they will be on sale for 1 to 4 engines and insurance agency downtown Belleville, and then they will move here.
All right, here's the word on the tickets for tomorrow. The remaining tickets for tomorrow will be on sale here for another 20 minutes. They'll be on sale here for another 20 minutes. Then they'll be on sale at Jensing Insurance tomorrow. We'll fill you in after this race. Let's go green. Andy Pierce not able to make this race. Keith Roush down low. They were 3-4 abreast going into the corner. You don't hear much lifting out there now. Randy Roberts into the lead. Gary Fawcett running in second. Pedregon in third. 62 car, Dave Strickland running in fourth. Remember, only the top 4 cars will go to the feature. Randy Roberts, Gary Fawcett, Frank Pedregon. Keith Roush trying to get around Dave Strickland. For fourth, Roush and Strickland side by side down the backstretch. Roush moves into fourth, Dave Strickland back to fifth. Kelly Shaw holding on to 6th place. As we saw in some of last night's heats, anything can happen. Pedregon gets up high. Here comes Keith Roush closing ground, but they're still all chasing Randy Roberts. Dave Strickland pulling up lame in the 62M car. Pedregon and Roush side by side in the back. Your leader still, Randy Roberts. Kelly Shaw hanging in 5th place, waiting to see if one of those top 4 cars break. Because if one of those top 4 car breaks, he makes the feature. Randy Roberts still leads the way. 2 laps to go. Kelly Shaw laying in wait in the 6M car. White flag this time around. Randy Roberts on the point. Keith Roush, Frank Pedregon side by side. As those 4 cars are going to qualify. Pedregon and Roush having a good go back there for 4th place. Kelly Shaw hanging out, waiting to see if somebody breaks down. But here comes the checkered flag. Randy Roberts takes the checkered in the first heat race. The 1991 Belleville Midget Nationals Friday night portion. Gary Fawcett runs second. Frank Pedregon runs third. Keith Roush runs fourth. And Kelly Shaw runs fifth. Okay. Thank you. As racing, Randy Roberts takes home the checker in the first heat race. Good run for Gary Fawcett out of Phoenix in the Chevrolet 84. He runs second. Frank Pedregon now runs third. Keith Roush runs fourth. Kelly Shaw. Let's watch see if the yellow safety lights go out around the high banks. They are out. As of right now, they're out. That means if the cars stay in line, they'll get a start this time around. Your second heat race on the Friday night portion of the Belleville Midget Nationals. Josh Pelkey, Tice Carlson in row number 1. Ronnie Burke, Dean Franklin, row number 2. Russ Gamester, Hans Lean in row number 3. Sleepy Trip in the back. Your second heat race, 8 laps. Remember, the top 4 go to the feature. Top 4 to the feature. Looks like a good start. Oh, look at Sleepy Trip. Clear from the back into second. What a move by Sleepy Trip. Onto the point. He is set and sail, ladies and gentlemen. Costa Mesa, California. Sleepy Trip. Remember, the top 4 will go. Russ Gamester in the 68 trying to find his way to the top. If it's going to be the night for black cars, Randy Roberts takes the first heat, and Sleepy Trip dominated heat number 2. Dean Franklin running in second. Tice Carlson holding on to third. Russ Gamester now in fourth. Gamester overhauls Tice Carlson as he moves into third. Sleepy Trip still your leader. Sleepy Trip on the point. Dean Franklin running in second. Russ Gamester holding on to third. Tice Carlson holding on to fourth. Ronnie Burke trying to get up. Hans lean up high. Dice is down below Ronnie Burke. The 2 and the 4 car racing together. At corner number 2. White flag left. 1 left to go for Tripp. Coming for the white flag this time. Sleepy Tripp. Russ Gamester trying to move up alongside Dean Franklin to overtake him for second place. But your winner, Ron Sleepy Tripp. Here comes your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Costa Mesa, California's Ron Sleepy Tripp. Unofficially, Sleepy was turning laps in that race at 19 flat. Sleepy turning laps in that race at 19 flat. Quick time for the night was 18.8. So the track is getting faster as the evening goes on, and Sleepy picked him up and put him down. 30 race lap. Here it is. Inside truck on the 15 car. And on Texas, Courtney Wheeler. Outside, the 44 G car, Ricky Gray out of California. Third one's up. Tommy White, Ricky Gray in row number 1. Steve Jeniton. Chris Malone, row number 2. 44 car, Phil Hevelo. Say to him the car number 10 of Billings. Let's watch for the green this time. We are green. We'll bang it through the corners. Ricky Gray, Steve Jeniton to the point. Steve Jeniton to the points. Ricky Gray in second. Tommy White trying to build momentum, hanging on to third. Dean Billings trying to get around him for fourth. Remember, only 4 cars go to the feature. Hevelo, who timed in well, currently running in 5th. Remember, the top 4 cars go. Steve Jeniton on the point. Knopfsinger gets around White. Tommy drops back to 5th. Brad Knopfsinger up into 4th. Steve Jeniton leads the way. Ricky Gray in second. Dean Billings in 3rd. Brad Knopfsinger's 4th, and Hevelo back to 5th. Tommy White in 6th. This must be the night for black cars. Steve Jeniton in the point. Singer, Ricky Gray, and Dean Billings. Checkered flag coming up this time for Steve Jeniton out of Gravois Mills, Missouri. Checkered is out, and ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 heat races, and every heat race is won by a black car number 1. And there's no fix-in. Randy Roberts in the first heat, Sleepy Trip in heat number 2. And here's your 3rd heat race winner coming by the grandstand. Steve Jeniton out of Gravois Mills, Missouri, in the black number 1K. Well, your 4th heat race, we know we may have the same color, but we don't have a black number 1 in the 4th heat race, so let's give you that lineup real quick. Steve Knepper and Gary Howard, row number 3. Jimmy Parsons, Stan Fox in row number 4. 8 cars, 8 laps, top 4 cars go to tonight's 25-lap championship event. We're green. Gary Howard definitely off the pace to start. As the yellow's out, we'll restart it. Eight cars tightly bunched right now. Let's see if they wait to the white line to start. Eric Gordon, it's up to him to set the pace. Look like a clean start from here. Pazzarelli down the middle. Howerton around the outside. 77 car up high in the marbles. Rick Howerton. He falls back. It's Eric Gordon after 1. Stan Fox up into 3rd. Howerton's back to 2nd. Remember, only the top 4 cars go. Pazzarelli hanging on to 4th right now. You got a past champion back there. Steve Knepper in the 55 trying to find his way around Eric Gordon after 2. Eric Gordon still leads the way. Rick Howerton out of Indianapolis, Indiana, holding on to 2nd. Stan Fox holding on to 3rd. Mark Pazzarelli holding on to 4th. Coming down to complete lap number 4, it's still Eric Gordon. Lead the way. Steve Knepper gets around Pazzarelli for 4th. And look at the race for 2nd place. Stan Fox down low. Howerton up high. Howerton and Fox battling door. Have lost any speed. He's holding off Fox on the white flag lap. Fox and Howerton side by side. Fox now dives down low. Howerton up high. Eric Gordon wins the race. It's the old Batman trick for Howerton. Takes 2nd. Stan Fox back to 3rd. Steve Knepper in 4th. Mark Pazzarelli in 5th. The old Batman smokescreen trick works every time as Howerton holds off Fox for 2nd. But your winner, Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon was the winner out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, I thought that north wind was going to take care of the heater problem, but those folks out on the midway, they're going to look at there and go, what are those nutty green people doing now? Are they going down or what? I'll tell you what, man, that would include qualifying heat races. We're taking a little bit of an intermission break right now. As the scoreboard will show 10 laps to go, and it will count down. We'll let you fans decide how you like it, since that's great scoreboards out there for your convenience. Instead of starting at 0 and counting the laps completed, we're going to start at 10 and go down to 0 to show you it's a 10-lap race with how many laps remaining in the race. Your semi-main event. Hevelo on Hans Lean on row number 1. Setting the pace in tonight's semi-main event. Hans Lean takes the lead in the car number 2. Phil Hevelo hanging on to second place. Gary Howard holding on to third. Remember, the top 6 cars go. Tommy White off the cushion, kept her under control. Top 6 cars go to the feature. Hans Lean leads the way. Wisconsin. Over Missouri, California, Indiana. Another Indiana car, Chris Malone, hanging on. In 5th place, 6th place is the car number 11, Ronnie Hazelton out of California. Then back to Andy Pierce, Tommy White, and Kelly Shaw. Hans Lean leading the way in the car number 2. Bill Hevelo, the number 44, running in 2nd. Gary Howard out of California running in 3rd. Rick Howerton running in 4th. Chris Malone, Ron Hazelton. Here comes Andy Pierce in the 91 car, trying to take the final transfer spot into tonight's main event. Remember, our lap counter's going down, so it'll show 4 laps remaining next time around. The come-by flag being shown for the 15 car, Corky Wheeler. Hans Lean still leading the way. Phil Hevelo running in 2nd. Then Gary Howard, Howerton, Chris Malone. The 11 car having a problem. That's Ronnie Hazelton out of California. Keep your eye on that 11 car. Back, but here's Hazelton could be developing a motor problem in that 15 car, or that 11 car. White flag coming up this time around. Hans Lean coming by 1 lap to go. Here comes Hans Lean out of Edgerton, Wisconsin. Takes the win in the semi. 2nd place goes to Hevelo in the 44 car. Gary Howard, Howerton, Chris Malone, Ronnie Hazelton, Andy Pierce, your top 6. Your 10-lap race. Here comes your winner by the grandstand. One more time. Hans Lean out of the great state of Wisconsin, taking the victory in the semi-main event. Your top 6 will transfer to your 25-lap Friday night championship event, the Friday night portion of it. The feature event's going to file by the grandstands now. The drivers want to salute you, the race fans, this time by. And put your arms straight up in the air and wave them back and forth in the fields of Kansas wheat. Waving to the drivers of the Friday night portion of the Belleville Midget Nationals. All right, let's all take our seats now and buckle down as the drivers buckle down and go 25 green to checker tonight. What do you say? Dean Billings setting the pace with Frank Pedregon. Wisconsin and California, the front row. Illinois, California in row number 2. California, Wisconsin, row number 3. We got a car off speed inside of row number 2. We're going to show the green. And have the yellow come out. The pole-setting car of Dean Billings. Dean Billings held the field up all the way through the corner, and that is Dean's prerogative to do that. As the pole sitter, he sets the pace. They said at the drivers' meeting, you don't pick up the pace until you get to the yellow line. Well, Dean didn't, and everybody passed him. So what does that say? Dean is being cagey on the inside, saying, you're gonna start this race at my pace. I'm setting on the pole. Yellow light is out. That means we'll get a start next time around if they stay in line. And the Belleville High Banks, when you're sitting behind, I say about the 5th or 6th row, like an Eric Gordon, you're getting antsy. Dean Billings is setting the pace. We are green. Pedregon and Tripp both get around Billings. Stan Fox moves up. Steve Knepper up into 4th. Sleepy Tripp like a rocket. We got a car off speed. We got one up on the fence. We got one up on the fence. The yellow flag is out. That's Keith Roush up on the fence. Another car spun down into the infield. We have 2 cars involved. The 0 car of Keith Roush and another car down in the infield. Roush up on the fence in the 0 car. A car spun down to the bottom of the racetrack, I believe. We'll have to wait and see. The yellow is out. We have 20 cars. There's the 21st car, so 1 car involved. That's the Roush car. 1 car involved, 21 cars still rolling around the racetrack. And there's no reason, except for the hand of the Lord upstairs, that Ricky, we're not going out setting the pace. Steve Knepper and Sleepy Tripp. Chuck Gurney's already made his prediction for the night. You want to change it, Chuck, after seeing a half a lap? No, he says no, he don't want to change it. Jimmy LeManner's got the green flag in hand. Your pole setter Billings is running about 9th. Your pole setter Dean Billings was running about 9th through the corner. It's the guy on the pole's responsibility to set the pace. What Dean is trying to do is let everybody know that, hey, I'm setting the pace in this race and I'm going to start it at my pace. This is the kind of start. Throw the green. Dean would love that. Now let's watch next time around what kind of start he gets. Dean's a good, smart race driver. He said, I'm going to work this thing to my advantage if I can. In your dreams, it'll be like that. Let's see. Let's see. See, that's kind of, Dean loved that. If the green came on right now, Billings loved that, I think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hope to go 25 green to checkered and have them all finish. The green is up. We're underway again. And it worked for Dean Billings as he holds on. For second, Pedregon gets around him as Dean needs to build momentum a little bit. Billings down low, holding on a second, but Sleepy Tripp. After 1, Tripp's in the lead. Pedregon gets around Billings for second. Now Billings is going to Sleepy on the point. Here comes Stan Fox now. He overhauls Billings for third. No, Billings and Fox side by side, a couple of Wisconsin drivers. Can anybody catch Sleepy? Let's wait and see. Sleepy sailing. Frank Pendragon holding on to second. Stan Fox back to third. Steve Knepper holding on to fourth. Top two is where you want to be tonight. To start on the pole, you got to finish on the top two. Stan Fox now in second. Stan Fox in second place. Sleepy Trip got about a third of a lap lead. Two cars pull up lame down on the bottom. Ron Hazelton is one of them. We can't get the number on the other one yet. Fox Pendragon. Now Knepper gets around Pendragon for third. Pendragon back to fourth. Eric Gordon now up to fifth. Eric Gordon up to fifth. Watch him come in the sixth car. One thing Sleepy does not want is a yellow. One thing Sleepy does not want is a yellow flag. Your leader, Sleepy Trip, all the way through one. Stan Fox running in second. Steve Knepper third. Frank Pendragon running in fourth. Eric Gordon running in fifth. Randy Roberts in sixth. The car stalled on the top of corner number three. Top of corner number three, and that's Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon had come all the way up to fifth or sixth place. I think we had him in fifth. If that is indeed the sixth car. I believe that is the sixth car. Down, he'll probably be starting it at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I'll be working on it now. All right, let's see what kind of restart Sleepy wants. We knew what kind of restart Dean wanted. Didn't do him any good. He had to drop out. They're square toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye, nose-to-nose. Here we go. We're green. Stays out. Steve Jennison now up into fourth. Steve Jennison up into fourth in the 1K car. Sleepy says, I don't care about no yellow, let's motor. Woo! Overtaken Sleepy. Steve Knepper saying, I might have a shot at Stan Fox to get in the top two. You got to run top two to start the pole on Saturday night. These drivers know that. You got to run top two to start on the pole on Saturday night. Stan Fox running 1 and 2. Steve Jenner running in 4th. We got a car down in the infield. A car down on the infield in corner number 2. Looked like the car had a flat left tire, flat right rear tire. I didn't get a number on it, but he came close to getting upside down going out of corner number 1 and 2. He came straight across the racetrack. I didn't get a number on the car. Came straight across the racetrack. Looked like possibly a right rear tire had gone down. 77, all right. It is that color of car. It's that dark red color. It could have been Rick Howerton in the 77 car. As it looked like he had a right, or somebody, whoever that was, had a right rear tire go down, hopped across the racetrack, hit the bottom of the racetrack hard, went straight up into the air, but did not get upside down. "11 laps to go. How many of you think Sleepy Trip's going to hang on and win it? How many of you think Fox is going to get around him? How many of you think Knepper's going to get into second? It's kind of different angles. We're green this time. We're green. Restart. 11 laps to go. Field running strong. Yellow is out. We're going to restart it. What's for the green this time around? Sleepy on the restart. Boy, think we're going to get medal for that 4th place spot. Remember, the top 4 go to the feature. Who's it going to be? The 44 car of Hevelo in 4th place. 5th place is your 32 car. Hans Leans drops out. Sleepy Trip still leads the way. Stan Fox running in 2nd. 3rd is the 1 car of Steve Jennings in the 44 car running 4th. Your race for 5th is right there between 32, 68, and 6. Sleepy Trip still leading the way. At the 3 car, Pendragon falls out. Tough luck for Frank. This top 4 could be anybody's. Bottom line, 8 laps to go. Bill Hevelo running like he shot out of a cannon. Steve Jennings pulls up, blaming the car number 1 in the top of corner number 2. Steve Jennings in the top of corner number 2 is going to bring out the yellow flag. Steve Jennings straight across the racetrack. Right on top of the backstretch. Brings out the yellow flag. Frank Pendragon in the car number 3 gets restarted. And he's coming back on what's all the hubbub, bub. Woo! The field is beginning to dwindle. Seven laps to go. Only 9 cars left and the yellow comes out again. Sleepy Trip pulls up on the backstretch. Sleepy Trip's going to bring out the yellow flag. I'll tell you what, I've seen wild features and the yellow is out. The yellow is out. Has a Sleepy Trip car pulled up lame. And once again, I don't know if it was fuel. You don't know the reason, but you'd almost have to guess was Sleepy running on the point, trying to stay up there, trying to nurse it back with 3 laps to go to finish in the top 4. Chuck. Fuel? Yeah. We don't know for sure, but you know, he slows down in the corners, he's not getting the fuel in it. Frank Pedregon and Gary Howard, a couple of California cars. And here comes Randy Roberts in the 1D. Gary Howard down low. Frank Pedregon up high. Randy Roberts trying to find his way around. Coming for the white flag left. Stan Fox in the car number 9. The car number 44. Gary Howard, the car number 6. Frank Pedregon in the car number 3. Coming for the checkered flag. Janesville, Wisconsin, Stan Fox. Second one goes to Hevelo. We'll have to get a time round to determine 3rd and 4th between Frank Pedregon and Gary Howard. Randy Roberts ran 5th. As man, oh man. We think, and Chuck's right, we think the 3 car was possibly a lap down. So the 1D car would have been there. Well, we just yell at them, we don't score them. But the 1D car probably would have been there. We don't know if the 3 car was there or not, if they counted him a lap down. Because when he was slow, the yellow came out, and if they didn't count that lap, he might have been able to get that lap back. But you don't know exactly how they're going to score it. But we got 3 out of them right down there. Let's go trackside. Bill, are you ready?
I'm right here, Marty.
Bill, let's go to you, and let's find out about the fuel consumption.
Yeah, I will. Wait until we get the helmets on, but I really think that this time, all 3 of these guys need a big hand. They did a heck of a job, and it was a close race right down the wire. Aaron Fox, your winner. Bill Hillelo finished 2nd, and Gary Howard 3rd.
But it was 4th. Probably Robert. Robert.
Well, I just heard Bill say he's out of fuel. Let's wait, we get Foxy's helmet off and we'll talk to him about it. The strangest race I've seen in a long time.
That was strange.
He's got his helmet off. Stan Fox, your winner. Incidentally, Marty, you have crowned. If my calculations are correct, that is Stan's 7th feature win here, which ties him with Sleepy Trip for the lead. They both now have 7 wins. This was a strange race and a strange night for you, and it's been a strange week. Let me ask you the first and the foremost question. How much fuel do you think you had left that day?
We had already had a lot to check, and I was thinking about where the yellow in the end. So we're up there, well, now it's a nice street right on the way. I think it's a good job. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it's hot or not. You know, you can't finish these things in the winter. I just think Steve Lewis, my car, when he came from California, he put the car up there. Bobby could go.
I don't know. Somebody told me that they thought Sleepy ran out of fuel. And Bill what now? You don't even need to use your other car, do you? Is this the same one you had last night? Or did you use the second car?
No, this is the one we ran last night. We had a little motor problem where it shut the fuel pump off. Other than that, it's all right. The other car is actually faster than this one. This is our cable car. First time I've ever got it. We're just trying to get it figured out what the heck's going on. The earlier cars never run below 400. Chuck Gurney, Mike Norchak, a whole bunch of different drivers. It's just been a real good car.
Who gets better at turning the wrenches, or is it a whole team effort?
Well, it's a group. Buckster, Scotty Hurst came in from Colorado. We got guys from all over the country. We got Jimmy Closely, Gurney, takes care of the motor. Bobby, our chief mechanic, he goes to the car. It's sort of his toy. Whatever he wants to do, he's allowed to do. I just sit back and put tear-offs on my helmet and run up the girls.
Yeah, well, I don't know about putting the tear-offs on, but I know about the left. So, I'll tell you what, all night long I talked about Sleepy being in line for his third one. Now it looks like you're in line for your third one, and you'll be Sleepy to the front.
Well, we'll see. You know, we get to draw it well. I think we're going to start first and second on inside around the road. We're going to go 1 or 2. I think the little fine tuning is starting to be up the clear. On that.
Well, thanks, Dan, and congratulations again for the heck of a race. Stan Fox! Let's go on down to these guys. Bill, over here. I don't know much about you, but I saw you racing Moberly a few weeks ago, and you looked good there. You were up front most of the way. You did a heck of a job tonight.
Hey, we're trying to just bring some man that's been here. Thinking how many words this is fast service.
I was going to ask you. I don't have much problem with you. You like to go fast wherever I'm seeing you.
I would like to be able to stop this car saying we work on bodies, so I just left it there. We're going to have to have seconds, so I can't complain.
A few years ago, on one of the preliminary nights, John Johnson, who runs a lot of sprint cars out there, just part of the country, boxed him and ran all night long. All the way up. And I said, we got to beat the wood. I thought you were bringing another one just like John tonight.
Day night, the only thing going to say that right there. The only thing any questions right at the bottom. Stay tired and work out all the way to the race.
We're going to start up the first 4 rows tomorrow night. And for our first time in that, we're going to get something good for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. See you weekend tomorrow night.
Thank you very much. Marty, got a little time. I go down here and talk to Gary Howe. Gary, this is your first time here. When, were you here last year?
Yeah, I was here last year, but I missed the show.
Did you? Well, you certainly didn't miss it tonight. You did one fine job, and that last lap pass, I guess, put you in 3rd place. Tell us a little bit about your car. I know you're in California, but what about the machine you're driving? People working on it.
Well, it's one of our own chassis. My own chassis down TRC. We put this car together ourselves. Ron Davis, myself, we built